Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grizzly Hills, Part 2. Oh, I should probably sell. Holy crap. Hang on. We're going to start today's session by vending.
I have many, many wares.
Just going to do this real quick. Don't mind me.
Good fortune to our friends.
Alright, vendor boss defeated.
Can I help you?
You're almost shut down, huh? Savage monsters, those horde. Payback will come for what they've done. You can count on that, Death Knight. We're gonna kill all those horrid scumbags. Let's put you to work. We've reached a deadlock with the horde in the Grizzly Hills. Our forces have just about evenly matched, and all signs point to stalemate. Until this morning, that is. The local trappers have requested our help. Apparently the horde took something that belongs to them, a relic of some sort. We get this back for them, they'll give us the edge we need. Yes. Good.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Okay,
Light
so
bless
that's a
you.
basic kill quest. And we
For the
already got
Alliance.
succulent venison quest. Yep. Nice little lodge they've got here. Not much of a base, but again, that follows the trend, right? Of just slowly having less and less and less. Okay. Oh my god! It's the horde, horde scum. You can hook on this way. Horde dogs. You should listen to Gorgona. Alright. I'll grab that. Cool. Wow, looks like they just killed all these trappers mercilessly. I wonder why there was no horde quests about doing this. Oh, well, I wouldn't write too much about it. Let's get out of here. Da, da, da. Kill them all. Ba, ba, da, ba. Kill everyone. Ba, ba, da, ba. Ba, ba, da, yeah.
What can I do for
Bring
you?
me the box.
See you around.
It's locked, isn't it? Looks pretty ordinary. No matter, I guess. If this gets us the edge we need against the horde, I couldn't care less if the cure for the plague was in there. You couldn't care. Okay.
Have a good one.
We have what the trappers want. Let's sign them up with our side. Take the chest to a trapper named Ivan, just north of here. Okay.
Be careful.
Yep, the trappers are going to join the King's Army, which is what they call it, because remember, the Alliance is a military dictatorship run by the King of Stormwind. At some point or another, I'll stop making fun of that. That's a lie. Hi, Ivan.
Greetings.
You brought something for us.
See you later.
You did it. You recovered this chest from the horde that stole for us. Thank you for that.
For the Alliance.
Very well. Your people kept their end of the bargain. Tell Dumont we will honor our
See
deed.
you around.
Cool. That was really easy. That's the easiest press gang we've ever done. Imagine just showing up and be like, hey, work for us. Well... Okay.
Hey there.
Excellent news. With the locals' help, we'll have the logistical support we need to outmaneuver the horde in this region. I've got a further task if you're interested.
Have a good one.
We've been trying to negotiate with the trappers for weeks. Got nowhere till you found that blasted chest of theirs. This should be good news for our envoy in Silverbrook. We sent Dukal there about a week ago. Last letter said he'd been making little progress. Go to Silverbrook. Aid him in his diplomatic efforts. Here's some
For
directions.
the Alliance.
For the Stormwind. this not? Oh, sorry, this is north, not south. My bad, my bad. Hang on. North we go. Isn't it through the trees and over the woods? Or over the hills? Over the hills, through the trees? Okay, look, I can't sing, okay? Don't look at me. Whoop, too far. Too far. Overshot, overshot. Wow, these guys have been killing a lot of bears around here. Look at these people.
Greetings.
It's good to finally meet you, Marrow Frost. We've heard about you. Welcome to Silverbrook. These trappers are a great bunch of lads and lasses. Hardy people. They know the lay of the lands really well. You'll find it's a great thing we finally won them over to our side.
See you later.
Yeah, I'm happy about this fact.
What can I do for you?
It's good to meet you. Let us celebrate our pact by partaking in some good old-fashioned horde killing. You'll find some marauders from Conquest Hold just outside of town here. Why don't you go head out and hunt them like the filthy animals they are? It said that, not me. Let's see if our new allies can bring back all their talk with some action. Look, I didn't write this stuff.
Hey there.
You ever heard of the Wolf's Bane plant? It's a horrible weed. Destroys our farmable crops. Sorry, Wolf's Bane. Wolf's Bane kills your crops. I just want to be clear about that. Yeah, we spent all last week cutting them down, but the roots are beginning to sprout again. It might not seem an urgent matter, but a resurgence of the plant could be a real disaster. You think you could help us by uprooting them when you find them? Sure, I'll go kill the Wolf's Bane. Weirdos. I don't know what you're talking about, Magister. We're just helping out some local trappers. They've been living here up in Northrend, which is the domain of the Scourge, for several years, without any issue or problems. Oh, whatever. Let's kill these filthy animals. These filthy dogs. These filthy Zaktaths! I'm kidding, I'm kidding. We all know Zaktath bathes regularly. Unlike these filthy horde dogs. You know, Bragwin is doing BRD. By the way, we're probably not getting there today, because we're still in the Grizzly Hills, and we actually still have something to do back in Howling Fjord. These zones, I swear. We're never getting past these zones. But I just thought I'd let everyone know, for anybody who's curious, I'm going to be doing Halls of Stone, Halls of Lightning, and then Ulduar as our next bundle of dungeons. So if you want to tag along, get transmog, get achievements, just be like, hey, because I'm going to be running over those with a level 80. And for once, it really doesn't matter which side you're on, because there will be no healing or tanking. Mind me, I'm just going to be a wraith for a second here. There's a lot of this wolfbane around here. Ugly looking plant. A lot of mushrooms too, but I guess that's typical for this kind of a forest, isn't it? I wonder what purpose the mushrooms serve in the ecosystem. Like, I'm sure they serve something, right? These are big mushrooms, too. It's like the size of your hand. I gotta admit, I'm really liking Unholy, especially since Armageddon? No, Apocalypse. Apocalypse and Dark Transformation have such high uptime. It didn't used to be that way, and I really like it this time, because it just means you've got this army going around, like, half the time. If you're spec'd for it, which I am, of course. I can also go super dot spec, but eh.
Good day to you.
She reels away from you nervously. Thank you, thank you. You didn't get any wolfsbane on you, did you? I've got these allergies that act up once in a while. Don't worry, I got rid of all of it.
Have a good one.
Yeah, Unholy's in a good place. I'm liking it a lot. Yeah, next, let's see. Looks like our next 3 levels, we'll be getting Army of the Dead and Gargoyle. Or I could get the proc that gives me the thing, but I really like... I mean, the Gargoyle's a 3-minute cooldown, though. Then again, so's Army of the Dead. Apparently there's... This is new to me. Replace Army of the Dead with an A-bomb, which has a 90-second cooldown instead of the 3-minute. Raises an A-bomb for 30 seconds, which wanders and attacks enemies, applying festering wound when it melee targets, and affecting all nearby with virulent. Wow. Army, for those of you not aware, summons a legion of ghouls who swarm your enemies, fighting anything they can for 30 seconds. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It is an Army of the Dead.
Can I help you?
Not bad, not bad. You might not be as soft as some of the others.
See you later.
All right, friend. You've done us a favor, too, but that's not the true test of someone's courage. Around these parts, you're not a real hunter unless you wear some prey skin. He unsheaths his skinning knife and hands it to you. The leader of those motherless orcs attacking the count is called Bone Scap. It's Bone Snap. That's right, you're going to skin the monster. You want me to skin a person. I want to be really clear about this. Okay. We're just going to go skin a person now, I guess. This is kind of weird. I'll just go up here to this random camp. Oh, hey, there's this woman here. Didn't I just pardon you on the Horde? I have a feeling that happened. Yeah, like, I just saw this Horde troll druid come through here and pardon you. Stop, put the knife away. You don't have to do whatever they sent you to do. You're not like them yet.
How are you?
Don't do it. People that sent you here, you shouldn't trust them.
See you around.
Thanks for helping me. My name's Sasha. Listen, I have to get the hell out of here. The people that sent you here, my people, they've changed. They're not good people anymore. And they want to turn you into one of them. This test they sent you on is just the beginning. Go ahead to the northwest area of Silverbrook. You'll find something of interest to you. Good luck. Trust no one.
Safe travels.
Okay, you got my interest. Anybody familiar with fiction has already figured this out, but, you know, it's a nice question, and I appreciate the tension here. And yeah, also some surprising little continuity between the Horde and Alliance quests. There's a tiny few tidbits of that here and there, but that really starts showing up in Kata. So they've got a burning pit, and they've got a guy locked in a cage above the burning pit.
You need something?
Who's there? Are you going to kill me? Please, you don't have to do this.
Be careful.
You're not one of them? Quick, get me out of here. You have to get me out of here. Once Lieutenant Dumont finds out who these people really are, this town will be reduced to rubble. What are you doing in here? Were you bitten? Bitten by what? Answer me. Were you bloody bitten? No! Do I look like I have bite marks? I'm a dead dwarf who's got plate armor. You don't know, do you? The trappers, they're not human. We have to get out of here. Come on, quick. Look, make fun if you want. I like this quest chain. And yeah, some very strange approaches at continuity here. Take Dukel's horse. He's one of them now. Wait, what? There's a lamp oil in the back. Make use of it. The fiends hate fire. Let's go then. Let's go. Let's go. Army of the Dead while we're here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, are you gonna go? Oh my god, I'm in charge. Okay, there we go. Go. Go, you moron. Now, what's really funny is, if you've paid attention to the lore at all, you know what the Worgen are, because you've done Duskwood. If you paid a careful attention to the lore, you have a pretty good idea of what the Worgen are. Although this is back when they were retconning that a few times, and then they changed their minds on it. Because originally the idea was the Worgen were from another world, and it was a whole thing. Anyways, the point being, there was this dude. He was like, man, Worgen are awesome. And he was wrong. We'll actually talk about him more when we get to Kata, of all things. Because it'll be rather relevant when we do the Worgen starter zone. Now, there are a lot of these jackasses in the woods. Holy crap. Hey, Alex! Shoot a voot, if you haven't. There's a little more action-paced than I remember this being. Longer than I remember this being. Well, why do you think that, Alex, if you don't mind my asking? Since I am looking for feedback in addition to just the food. Yeah, this is a long chase sequence. Holy crap. We're still going. Where are all these Worgen coming from? Well, that's what we call valuable information, Alex. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't ask about that. For example, Mr. Red just gave me valid intel. He just said, no, I do not find the list interesting and useful. Therefore, that's valuable, right? Yeah, no, the Worgen are kind of terrifying here. You can see by all these rainbows we got going on. I think this goes on a little bit too long, I'm not going to lie. But okay. I should start jotting down positives here. Okay, we made it. Woo! Now I can get Army of the Dead. Hell yeah, brother. It's time to really kill everything.
Hey there.
Also, last I checked, only like 20 people had voted. Now, if it's like 100 people have voted and it's still 93%, then yeah, that's a landslide. Worgen. Blasted, light-forsaken, filth-ridden Worgen. It's about time we show these locals what civilized folks do with beasts like them. Dude, do we need to have a chat?
For the Alliance.
Like, this is getting kind of weird how, Alliance you are. That is not what I'm asking, Yura. To be honest, if you don't understand the question, then the answer is no to you. That really is the point of the question. 35, so yeah, hardly anybody's answered so far. Our response must be immediate, decisive. We must teach these savages not to cross us. Savages, barely even human. Remember this when we play as Worgen and join the Alliance later. Our scouts have located what's left of the Silverbrook trappers, you know, the ones you didn't get to douse in flames. Apparently they're blockading the road to the southeast, trying to box us in. Their leader's named Vladik. Make sure he's dealt with.
Be careful.
Okay. What's the topic, Rain 36? I mean, Lord knows we'll probably have some time. Whoop. So anyways, this is the Army of the Dead. It summons an Army of the Dead. Stop me if I'm going too fast for you here. Hey, it's a journal, which we actually already got on the Horde, too. But if you remember, Krenna was like, ugh, I don't like books I can read, because I'm dumb and illiterate. Isn't that funny? That I'm ruler of an entire encampment and I'm illiterate? Yes, Plagiaval. That is correct. Ah, okay. So, it's funny you say that. We've actually already done a deep dive on the Dungeon Journal. In fact, we've done a deep dive on the Dungeon Journal several times, because it's a common topic when we're reviewing FF14. I'm not 100% sure I really want to go down that rabbit hole for the 50,000th time. I'm kidding, it'd be more like the 5th time. But still, we can talk about it again. Yeah, they're just straight up Worgen. Like, they are just Worgen, playable Worgen. I don't think they used to be. Well, because this model didn't exist back then. Okay, that was actually funny. Yeah, I think they used to be the generic Worgen models. I'm still trapped here. Can I go, please? There we go. I mean, some graphical updates should happen, you know what I mean? And then some,
What can I do for you?
Just
Go with honor,
something.
friend. For the Alliance, light bless you.
That's what I thought.
Go with honor, friend.
Of course. Don't you, Magister? What, do you have something against my skeletal mage here?
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
It's a shame those trappers turned out to be afflicted. We sure could have used a few more fighting men. May their poor souls rest in peace.
around.
Hey, what's that you got there?
See you later.
I imagine there was more to this than just an isolated town of hostiles. We have men near the hollow stone mine. Perhaps it would be in our best interest to do a little research.
For the Alliance.
The Westfall boys were sent east to look for a path into the northern territories. Their secondary objective is to secure strategic resource points. So I'm sure they wouldn't mind investigating a mine.
Have a good one.
What did he just say? He'll be more than happy to let you claim a functioning mine for the king. Because remember, we're all about the king of Stormwind. Like, he's so great. The other day, he actually waved at me, and just my heart, watching him there, and it turned out he was actually waving to a guy behind me. But still, I was just, it was a moment. Excuse me, just thinking about it gets me going. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're good. So anyways, these are the Westfall boys. They have probably the most encampment we've seen. Like this, there's a couple of wooden logs set up for an outpost, or a spot tower, a watchtower, and then tents, and that's it. This is what we got here. We also have this guy. Now, I remember people who looked at him like, who's this guy? And that sort of made me sad. But to be clear, this is Grian Stoutmantle, the guy from Westfall.
Well met. Be careful.
Report to Grian Stoutmantle again is the name of the quest for a reason. Dumont sent you. Very well. Let's see what you can do for us.
Light bless you.
I'm going to send out some of our lads to check out the mine. Haven't had a chance to do it yet. We've had our hands full between the Horde in the west and the Iron Dwarves to the east. If Dumont sent you, though, at least I can do is point you in the right direction. You'll find the mine entrance to the northwest, not far from here. Okay.
Be careful. For the Alliance.
That is...
Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Okay, so there's the Zuldrak
Be
quest.
careful.
I think you're right, Magister, because this is when they were experimenting with that. If you remember, Garrosh does that, too. Yeah, of course you put the Westfall captain in charge of the Westfall Brigade. After all, he hadn't completely screwed up everything yet. What?
Greetings.
I'm being facetious. He did the best he could. But the point is, he was pretty much universally successful back in Vanilla. Unlike in Cata, where...
Go with honor, friend.
Our best bet for moving our forces quickly to Icecrown Glacier lies within the network of tunnels beneath the ancient Iron Dwarven city of Thor, Modan. Brugar, Stoneshear, and his Explorers League boys aren't going to be happy, but orders are orders. The news might go over better if you brought him a flask of that moonshine made by that trapper Hugh Glass. He's not rot in the head, but you'll never find better moonshine out here.
Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Can you help me do a terrible quest chain? Sure. Captain Stoutmetal left most of our cavalry horsemen at the fight for Venture Bay. We chose a good place to put the camp because there's tons of Highland Mustangs running around here. The captain put me in charge of capturing some of them. Will you help? I've got a stick and some string, and there's loads of carrots. Go pick the carrots. Use the stick to lure the Mustang, then bring it back here. All right, J. Palmer, I'm going to put a stick on a string, jump on your back, and lure you back to town. Is that cool? This frickin' quest, I swear. The Horde quest is almost as bad. You gotta, like, scare these away instead of capture them. Oh, I remember, Magister. Yeah, no, a lot of people tend to forget, I need 5 of these, that Westfall was built up to the state that it's in Cata. It was also more of that Warcraft 3 storytelling. If you remember, Elwyn Forest, the entire zone had exactly two barracks to its name, and that's it. Nope, I'm wrong. 2 barracks and a mage tower. Sorry, forgot about that one. And that was the whole zone, right? And that's because that's just kind of how they approached that idea. By contrast, Westfall had a tower. 1 guard tower. What do you mean I must have the proper item equipped? I have to equip this... Jesus Christ, these freaking quests. Okay, fine. Here. Come on. Anyway, so, Grizzly Hills, PvP zone, right? Really? Oh, I guess it is. Actually, I've already talked about that. So, the toxicity of PvP mixed with the rules-lowering bullcrap of RP. Mr. Red and his guild were invited to an RP PvP event in Grizzly called Red August. We got ganked several times, the Alliance broke all the rules and suffered no consequences, and the campaign fell apart in days. It was hilarious. That sounds like a colossal waste of time to me. Which just proves that I am not built for PvPing or RPing. Yeah, you want to hear a story about an honest-to-goodness good PvP RP environment? Because I have participated in one of those. Ever. So, before I tell you, guess what game it was in? Unfortunately, Mr. Red got it right at the beginning there. It was Asheron's call. Good guesses elsewise, though, because I did a lot of VTMB stuff. Or, excuse me. Nope, that's wrong. A lot of VTM stuff back in the day. Till the guy bit me. Anyways. He didn't actually bite me. He bit someone else. So Asheron's call. There we were. There was some Vampire the Masquerade, J. Palmer. There was some rando town. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It was a rando nothing burger town. Nobody cared about it. Nobody went there. There were no major quests. There were no major NPCs of note. You know the type, right? It was one of those abandoned towns. Old MMOs have those in Spade. So, it was this old nothing burger town, which nobody ever went through, even when they were leveling. Like, alright, we're going to do a whole PvP event here. That's really weird, but whatever. And the idea was, some of the people, everyone who signed up was like grouped over and tallied. I'm like, okay, we're going to assign people brackets based on their level ranges. And then we're going to divvy those up into two sides. There's going to be the defenders, and there's going to be the attackers. And the whole idea was going to be this whole role-playing story idea about how the denizens of Azeroth approached war from a completely different perspective, based entirely on the fact that they can't die. Because that's actually an interesting concept, which there's even a story about that, which was written by a fan during the course of that game's existence. So, okay, I was on one of the attacker teams. I was actually relatively low level at this time. I was like, let's go, let's do it, charge! And so, it was a neat idea. You know, it's like, charge in, claim territory, I claim this thing, in the name of such and such. But the problem is, it fell apart instantly. Like, it's like, alright, organize, put into groups based on level, put into groups based on factions, okay. Go. And then, just chaos. Just instantaneous chaos. Probably my strongest memory about that was being like, alright, this will be cool. I'm just gonna go over here and go up to this place, and I'm gonna claim the spot where the applesauce vendor was, because that's where I learned cooking all the way back in the day and raised cooking. So I'm going to claim the applesauce vendor. So I walked up and I claimed the applesauce vendor. Nobody else was there. And I'm like, okay. And by the way, to be clear, what I mean by I claimed the applesauce vendor is, imagine I'm playing WoW and I'm like, okay. I walk into this mine. Well, there's no other players here. So this is my mine now. I have claimed it. It was really boring. And so finally I just ventured right back out. It was like, okay, I should stop thinking this from an objective-based perspective and go just, like, fight enemy players. And I found this giant melee, and this is actually not a bad view for this concept, because it was just this huge melee down in this big valley right outside of town. Like this, right? And so everyone was just all the way down in their valley and just absolutely, you know, ants swarming over each other. I should probably also mention that there's not really such a thing as sides. You're PvP or you're not. So, like, if Mr. Red and I were on the same team, if I accidentally alt-tab and target him, well, guess what? And that's assuming I do that on accident. Plenty of people are doing that on purpose. And yeah, I got ganked, and I was like, well, okay. I'd changed my life stone appropriately, so I rezzed at a good spot, ran back in, got my stuff, and got ganked immediately. 3 or 4 more deaths later, I just left the event. I never saw what actually happened as a result of it.
Hello.
Anyways.
See you later.
He looks deeply disturbed, breathing heavily and shifting his gaze around nervously on the mine. My comrades, we must put their souls to rest. I kill them and kill them, but they just keep coming back! Okay, this guy is very well-adjusted, obviously. I've had an idea for a while, but I just don't have the heart to do it myself. Maybe you can do it for me? Take this lantern, burn their remains. I'll answer your questions later. Help my friends first by burning their corpses to death. Okay, okay. Sure. Yeah, no, it was pretty awful. What? Oh my god! God damn it. And that's why I hate that quest. So I don't have a weapon equipped right now. You're wondering what just happened. Congrats, Ismir Star. You're way ahead of me. I've got so much leveling to do for the FF14 patch trial stream. The good news is I've got like 2 years to do it, but I do have a lot of leveling to do. Listen, if the answer is I take over the world, take over Square, and force them to speed up their alt leveling, done. You know, ironically, even though I actually have more characters to level in WoW than in FF14, it'd probably take me a lot less time. Like a lot less. I do like making people make good games. I trust your judgment, Mr. Red. That's a lie. I mostly trust your judgment, Mr. Red. You know, the really funny thing is, the real problem here is specifically that I'm not playing Modern WoW. I admit, the more I just get tired of Wrath, the more I'm worried about Kato. I probably shouldn't be. I've played Kato recently and I enjoyed it, but god dang it. In the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, I'm wrong. I'm wrong about everything. It's all horrible. It's all going straight to hell. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I do like stupid questions. What do you got? Here's a stupid question. Why do quest items have a frickin' cooldown? No, not really, but thank you, Valerian. That's true. It's always been a net negative game. I mean, that's a real possibility, by the way.
How are you?
Because of the abandonment negatives, that is a legitimate possibility. Don't worry, friends. I'll tell everyone we never gave up.
See you around.
I appreciate the offer. It worked. It worked. My comrades can finally enjoy their well-earned rest. I'll stay here and finish the job. We Hollowstone miners always finish the job. We never give up. That's why Arugal made an example of us. We wouldn't fall in line, you see. Wait, I'm sorry. Who's Arugal? Everyone in chat. Who's Arugal? The people in chat who played vanilla. Arugal? The people in played chat who played vanilla and didn't pay attention to the story. Who's Arugal?
Need help? For the Alliance.
Curse our luck. We find one functioning mine this side of the hills and it's full of scourge. No offense, friend. That survivor sounds a little traumatized. Arugal's been dead for years. I even saw his grave once.
Light bless you. Be careful. For the Alliance.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop, hold up. Did that advance? It did. Didn't even notice.
You need something?
Hey there. I overheard what you were saying to the captain. I want you to know, things aren't that simple in Northrend. Just because someone's dead doesn't mean they're out of the picture. Southwest of here, near Vorgesil, lives a blind woman who goes by the name of Runa the Blind. They say she speaks to the dead and has visions of past and future. I haven't heard your whole story, but it sounds like she'd be right up your alley.
Later.
Okay. I wouldn't worry about Arugal. A name from the past, best forgotten. What's with that keep over there? It's very shadowy and fangy. Okay, I'll stop being over it. I'm sorry.
Greetings. See you around.
Go do my quest. No.
For the Alliance.
Okay, fine. I'll do the crazy man's quests.
Be careful.
Limpy
See
Joe!
you around.
Thank goodness you're back, Limpy. I'm worried that Griselda and I were going to be all alone. I'm cooking up some food here, but Griselda have none of it. She's fond of the fish that live off the coast of the Eastwind Shore. I can't stand it myself, but she's always been a picky eater. 6 good-sized fish out to keep her happy. Now run, limp along, Joe. Want to keep the girl waiting, would you?
Be careful.
Okay. A little weird, but sure, I can do that. What's with all these rune giants all going north? Do you notice that? Weird. Oh yeah, I can finally show off this ability. Death Knights get the best ability in the game. Water walking. So I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about a story. Oh yes, shamans get it too. And warlocks had some... No, warlocks had water breathing. Never mind. Anyways, so once upon a time, we were doing the High Mountain Dungeon in Legion that I suddenly can't think of the frickin' name of. Which is called Neltharion's Lair, right here. And right before the first boss, there's this bit we have to jump down into the water. And my friend Pax was with us, and he was on his death knight. And he waited very, very patiently. Because I was the healer, so I was one of the last people to jump. And I was up there, and he's just like, and he waited, and he waited, and waited. And then he popped Path of Frost right after I jumped. But before anybody else, like when no one else had jumped. To make sure that he only got me very precisely. I, of course, then collapsed and died. Now, this was hysterical for various reasons, but the thing about this exact moment that continues to make this story one that he and I both share periodically is the reaction of the party members. Because the guy in the party, I forget who it was, but one of the other people in the party was just like, "You killed him!" Like, just in this most shocked, like, You killed him! Oh my god! How could you do that to him? Like, it was just like the most horrible thing he could think of. Yeah, no, it was the exact same concept, the exact same vibe of, why'd you do it? It was great. It's okay, when we get to Vashir, I'll tell you another story about me dying to a friend. I got a couple of those. Remind me when I get my mage to show off Portal Roulette. Because I just realized a bunch of people probably don't even know what that is. I have never actually been killed by that portal. That's because I'm almost always playing something that can deal with it.
Can I help you? For the Alliance.
You know, her, it's going to be more than her stomach that's growling.
See you later.
You're not Limpy Joe. By the light, you killed Limpy Joe and took the meat. How'd you know where to find us? Well, if you come to kill me too, can you at least wait until I've fed Griselda? Poor girl hasn't eaten in days. Here, girl. One last meal for you before Limpy Joe's killer does us in. How could you kill poor, defenseless old Joe? And why'd you bring the meat back? You're an enigma, that's who you are. And let me tell you, enigmas and I don't get along. I think you best leave before Griselda decides she's in the mood for dessert. He's insane. Let's just summarize that one there.
What's on your mind?
Let me get this straight. A dwarf I don't know brings me a cask of the finest bulls in this miserable forest. Okay then, what's you after?
See you soon.
He wants me to do what?
Safe travels.
He wants me to do a quest I'm not gonna do right now? Yeah, he'd better keep the moonshine flowing if he wants my men to stop their military research. Sorry, their research to serve the military's purpose. We'll come back to that question later. But now we're gonna do this other one. It's a little bit different. I'm gonna try out this A-bomb talent. I've never seen that before. Let's see what that feels like. Alright, do you like terrible quests? I love terrible quests.
Hello.
Hello, stranger. I'm a demon hunter. No, you're not. Look, I've even got the blindfold. That's not what makes you a demon hunter. In fact, the only reason Illidan has the blindfold is because his eyes were literally burned out by the gaze of Sargeras. Yes, and that's what happened to me. No, look, okay. You seek the knowledge beyond your reach, so you've come to me. I must warn you. The answers I provide might not be to your liking.
Have a good one.
I will not charge you gold. I can foresee your actions are necessary and much hinges on what you learned today. However, I will task you with a terrible quest. God, I love terrible quests. Oh, Ugh. Oh, terrible quest. Oh, God, yes. That's what I need in my life. I need more vanilla garbage in my life. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Alright. Hey, you. Come here. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Ahem. So, of these 3 enemies, I need 4 of these things. How many do you think I'm going to get off of these 3 enemies? I don't even know. We'll find out in a bit, I suppose. Oh, okay, we're going to pop the A-bomb. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. We're going to pop all kinds of... all the buttons. All the buttons. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. One, apparently, is the answer. That's more than I was thinking, to be quite honest with you. So we're currently at a 33% drop rate. Let's see if we can lower that. I like the A-bomb already. Especially that lower cooldown time. Oh my God, Arstrews. Wait, how'd you lose a level? What about that interaction made you lose a level? Up to 4, by the way. Oh, you died. Yeah, speaking of penalty for failure, we were talking about that earlier. You know what penalty for failure I absolutely despise? Losing experience on death. That's not a dig at, like, anything. I really hate that mechanic and everything. Sorry, you've leveled down. Oh, okay. Bye. Wait, where are you going? To play anything else. Oh, okay. So, hang on. So, it's 4, 5, 6, 7. Up to 3 out of 7. That's actually already better odds than I thought it would be. We're at 8 now. Nine. 4 out of 9, which is, I remind you, less than 50% drop rate, is still a lot better than what I was expecting out of that. Listen, it's fine, Hazardous. It's fine. Listen. I was going to feel really bad for the widow, but unfortunately it seems their life insurance policy was declined for some reason, so... Anyways, did you obtain the dust?
See you around.
Good, these'll do just fine. I'll have the potion ready for you in no time.
Safe travels.
Ah, you seek a vision of the past. You're a wise dwarf. Every time someone drops by for a reading, they ask me about the future. When you get to be my age, you learn that scrying the past is more useful. Here, drink this potion. Let's see what knowledge you can obtain. Okay. Glug, glug, glug. Loading screen. Oh, hey, it's Valinar, Theladris, and Atheron. Oh, and Keliseth. So as you can see, the Sand Lane are raising the shade of Arugal, and we're actually here back at Shadowfang Keep. Yes, he suits our needs perfectly. Have him sent to Solstice Village when you're ready. Arthas will not be pleased to have any delays. Look, no ruining my joke, Hazardous.
Hello.
Did you learn anything from your vision? You mentioned Solstice Village during your trance. That marks the 2nd time someone spoke that place's name today.
Safe travels.
There's two types of people in this world. Those who believe in coincidence, and those who don't. On the day I lost my eyesight, I was given the gift of clairvoyance. I suppose you can guess what kind of person I am. Earlier today, a young woman named Sasha was granted the same vision you were. You'll want to talk to her.
Have a good one.
Sasha, huh? That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. A long time. Like a good 30, 40 minutes or so. But I'm an ADHD guy, so, you know. I don't actually know how that's not how it works. I don't have ADHD.
Hey there.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. You can give me a hand here?
See you later.
Those monsters killed my father and kidnapped my sister, and they're gonna pay for this.
Have a good one.
This thing, this curse, it's affecting Silverbrook and Will Solstice. It makes beasts out of people. My father tried to warn them, but they all listened to the wolf cult instead. They're too far gone now. Time to put them down for their own
See
sakes.
you around. Safe travels.
My sister's here somewhere, and I can't seem to get this monster to talk. He didn't seem to care about his own well-being, but I've got an idea. I knew his wife, Tatiana, before the wolf cult arrived. She was a horse handler. Here, take this trank dart. Bring her back alive. We're going to need her if we have any leverage with Anatoly. Okay.
See you later.
That's a thing. Yeah, you're still coming into work, right? Like, you don't get sick leave. You know, I've been iffy on Unholy. I haven't really talked about the spec I've been playing this whole time. I've been kind of iffy on it on lower levels. This is definitely one of those specs that's going to be, like, not a lot of positives for the low levels. But definitely some really serious positives for the high level stuff. This class, or spec, excuse me, really comes into its own when you get to the third tier. Like, I am rather liking it. Let's grab all these together here and try not to die. I mean, that is what it is, right? Sometimes there's just something that needs the extra pieces to really pop. See every class in FF14. I haven't played with Frost yet, but I'm going to as soon as I get one more one more one-hander, so I can dual wield proper like. Although, speaking of which, I should actually switch my loot spec to Frost. Make sure I get said one-hander. We're just gonna pop this. Well, Legion did go back to the Grizzly Hills, if you remember, for the druid stuff. Wait, really? Breath of Sindragosha is worth a damn? That just sounds weird to me. That's always been a joke talent. Well, I shouldn't say always. Hey, I brought your wife. Surprise, scum. You can tell me where my sister is. I'll put a bucket full of true silver bullets through your wife's heart. Stop, stop. Don't shoot. Don't hurt Tatiana. So now we're threatening someone's wife. This is just the cheery expansion, really.
How are you? See you around.
Where is Anya? Sorry. The brat's held prisoner in the wolf den on the other side of the mountain. She was to be taken to Arugal. Are we free now? We're free to go now? There's one last thing. I need to know where Arugal is. Forgive me, Tatiana. Nothing you can do to comparable what Arugal do this. I'll tear it apart myself! Ugh.
You need something? Have a good one.
That was close. We need to save Anya. Now.
Safe travels. Have a good one.
Please, I know it's Arugal you're after. I swear in my father's memory I'll help you take him down, but I must beg you. Anya is completely innocent. We cannot leave her with these savages. Help me rescue my sister, and you'll have me at your side when you face Arugal. I know the den he spoke of. It's on the other side of the hill.
See you later.
We've actually already gone by Arugal's point. Arugal is just here to serve the same purpose that everything else serves for the Second Lich King. Filter, filter, filter. He recruits a whole bunch of people for his group. Only a few of them accept the cult, and only a few of them really survive against the opposition that they're put against. But yes, Arugal was an archmage of Gilneas. And the reason I put that in quote-unquotes is, by all accounts, he was a political appointee rather than, someone who was a really good mage. I mentioned that because he was kind of an idiot as far as mages go. He decided, you know what, I've got this great idea. There's these super amazing cult wolf things, and I'm going to use them, and they're going to be great. It's going to be so great. It's going to be, you just don't even wait. It's going to be so cool. Oh, I ended up damning my entire kingdom. Oh.
Good day to you.
Didn't mean to
Safe
do
travels.
that, but it's fine. I'm going to go crazy and start up my own wolf cult. And then we killed him back in vanilla. Because, he started up a wolf cult. Like, I try to keep up, okay? Anyways, Arugal's story is actually a lot more relevant in Kata, believe it or not. Did he get raised by the Scourge? Yes, he got raised by the Scourge, sent up here to serve as the filter thing we've already talked about. I don't want to be here anymore. The Worgen men are mean. You won't eat me, will you? I am a Death Knight. Grab that while we're here.
How are you?
It's time then. Arugal must be defeated. Get a couple of people you can trust and head for the Isle. It's just off the coast east of here. We'll hit him fast. Take out his lieutenants and I'll catch up with you when we get there.
See you around.
This is actually a group quest. This should be interesting. Oh yeah, by the way, they're also trying to convert a young child into a Worgen. I'll let you think about that as exactly as much as you want to. I don't have a place for this at my bar, really. I suppose I could put it there. Put that there. Do I plan to... Sorry, thinking. It is actually still a group quest. This should be interesting. We're going to try this as a DPS, and then we're going to switch to tank, because that's probably what's about to happen. Nope, see, by definition, that sounds like a no to me, Yura. Which is valid input. I'm not, like, hurt or anything by it. It's just... I was thinking about it last night as I was putting together all the paperwork to update the website, because I updated the website last night. It's like, is any of this valid anymore? Like, I'm mostly doing it out of habit at this point. Does anybody notice or care? Let's get some feedback. This really, really, really hurts. Yeah, okay. Okay. Wow. Alright. Yep, we're switching to tank for that. Holy crapola. Hey, Vandalia. I noticed you earlier, actually, but... Hi. See, I should have done one of those 5 things. Extremely useful, useful, not very useful, totally unuseful, and then, of course, the last option would be, what's the list? No, hang on. The second last option is, what's the lores list? And then the last option is, what's the website? And then the option after that is, what's the internet? And the option after that is, what are eyeballs? And just keep going, right? Just keep making more and more options that descend into insanity. What's a computer? So has this run been better, worse, or the same as when I did the lore run? That's an interesting question. From my perspective, it's been a whole lot more frustrating, because a lore run's purpose is not really to review a game, after all. It's there to discuss the game and try to explain pieces and bits and pieces of it. So, there's a lot of holes here. It's kind of irritating. Having said that, I'd like to think that at least a couple people enjoy it, because I've heard that from a couple of people. So hopefully that's true. Thank you for the donation. I'll put that towards Civilization 7, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 5 days, or 2 days, or whatever it is, and the FF1 comparison block. Yeah, I was going to say, back in the day, we didn't do this with Dragon Flying. That alone made it worse. Like, the lore run, a lot of people were wondering if the lore run or this one would actually be longer, and honestly, the inclusion of Dragon Flying alone probably chopped the amount of time we spent in BC by about half. That's not an exaggeration. Just the travel time alone has just been such a boon. Okay, so let's poke over at Blood. Blood. Go right for Abomination Limb. And on the right, let's see. We obviously want Consumption. That's a duh. Because Consumption is amazing. Consumption was the Legion artifact ability. And as with all Legion artifact abilities, it was awesome. Okay, so A-Bomb Limb, this goes over here. Gorfiends. This should go here? That doesn't feel right. This goes here. Then this goes here? That doesn't feel right either. I guess it's only a 30-second cooldown. Oh, that's why these should be swapped. There we go. That feels better. Oh, I could switch to this down there. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Hey, what's up? Whoosh. Let's get our bone shield going. Okay. Wow, he's actually a boss. I'm a little shocked. Kind of in a pleasantly surprised kind of a way, but I'm still surprised. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this guy. He's actually hurting. Holy crap. Look at this. Whoa there. Whoa there. Holy crap. Yeah, no, he just pushed through me. Huh. Anyways. And then we kill Arugal, the end. That's just... We'll move on. We're actually done. This is literally the end of this quest chain anyways. So, moving on. Yeah, no, we've actually found a group quest, which is funny, because that's going to happen again in Icecrown, almost assuredly. There we go. The problem here is, this is yet again why time walking should be a toggle. Because what I could do is I could just be like, boop, turn off time walking, run through these things because I'm level 54, and then undo and then redo time walking and be like, all right, back into it. That's assuming it caps at 30. I'm not actually sure about that. I don't understand that question at all, Rain 36. That's like asking, why would you have difficulty options in a video game? So you can adjust the difficulty, is the answer. Like, what? Afraid I don't understand your question. Alright. So we did that, Let's go do this. My god, imagine if every game was Dark Souls. Wouldn't that be terrible? Everyone in chat. That would be the best thing ever. Actually, having a straight-up difficulty option for the overworld is an idea I would be completely in favor of. Some people legitimately want to have, like... Imagine that even for normal mobs, you needed to fight in a group, right? Imagine if the group wall existed for even your basic trash fights, right? I know that sounds awful, but actually I could absolutely tell you that several people would be in favor of that because, hey, cool, and that's what they want, right? No judgment here. I'm not complaining, I'm just stating that I'm physically incapable of doing that, Rain 36. So... End statement? Like, I don't know what you want from me here. Quite the contrary, one of the things I've been mostly positive about is how difficult the overworld stuff has been so far. Of all of the complaints I have about time walking, that's not one of them. The fact that a group quest is actually a group quest is awesome. However, it does mean I can't do that quest. So for the purposes of this exact distance, for the purposes of this review, it'd be nice if I could just be like, turn that off for a second, boop, and then turn it back on, right? Anyways, what am I doing here? Actually, before we do this, let's go to the other one. Right. One more question we gotta do. So let's see. So there would be like well, it would be easy, right? Turn the world into everything, so everything's like 5-man equivalent. So everything in the world is essentially dungeon mobs and dungeon bosses. You have to have a group, period. I like that idea. It would also, when I say you need a group, period, I'm also lying. There's plenty of classes that could probably manage that solo, and players could probably enjoy doing so because extra challenge. Cool, thumbs up. Then maybe like 3-man. So like, you don't really need a group. You need like a second person, maybe a third. But then we get to something like, say, you know, like 1-man. It's like everything in the world is easy. Why is this not? Why are you not coming back? Hello? Mr. Rio? Oh, whatever. Well, see, the thing is, 1-man would be, you know, honestly, pretty much the difficulty we've been doing. But there's a step below 1-man. That would be, you know, story difficulty. That would be trash at that point. Yeah, story mode. It'll be over soon. That which will... Soon you will be in the embrace of that which must not be named. Voldemort? What is he doing up in Northrend? Damn it, Vandalia. Stop giving me money. Quit it. You can type things in chat without having to donate. I'm not one of those streamers. By the way, those streamers exist. Well, they won't, like, engage with chat at all. Unless chat is specifically, like, doing one of those paid chats or whatever. Jackasses. Anyway, sorry. The point I was trying to overall make, since I apparently am being extremely unclear here, Rain 36, is that I'm in favor of options in general, and the fact that you have to go all the way back to Stormwind or all the way back to Orgrimmar to change out of Chromie time is stupid. Regardless of difficulty and regardless of the exact quest I just ran into. What? Especially since there's nothing preventing that anymore. It's just, you know, artifact code. I'll put a cooldown on it if you really want to. Either way, thank you for the money again, Vandalia. I'll also put that towards FF1, Civ 7. And I can type. And Kingdom Hearts 358. There we go. And yeah, that's true. We can do most, hopefully, of the Legion stuff when we get there this time around. So that'll be nice. Actually, that's an interesting question. Can you change in and out of war mode on the fly? I'm going to admit, I have never turned on war mode in my life, and I never will. So I'm not sure about that one. So this is what A-Bomb limb looks like. Like, the name sounds gross, right? It's like, oh. You hear that? Nah, I wouldn't worry about it. So you have to, like, it sounds gross. And when I first heard about A-Bomb limb, I was like, oh, that's a terrible ability. And then I actually used it. And not only does it look cool, it's extremely useful. It's just another AoE of damage and threat generation. It's great for getting things together when you're tanking. In all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if Chromie Time becomes a menu option at some point in the future. Sarah, what? J. Palmer? What are you talking about? At this point in time, we haven't actually heard of that yet. But yes, this is Sarah Knight. Yeah, so Abomination Limb sprouts an additional limb. It's a 2-minute cooldown. Does damage over time to all nearby enemies. It also, every second, an enemy is pulled to your location if they are further from 8 yards from you, up to 20 yards distance. The same enemy can only be pulled once every 4 seconds. So, no, really, it's a yank, 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 while essentially having a giant AoE cloud around you for the entire duration. It is extraordinarily useful. Oh, there's a Horde quest down here. The Horde are like, why are all these dwarves going insane? It's gotta be the booze! So, there's a quest to go around and collect all the booze. And the guy finds out that it's just regular booze. There's nothing unusual about it at all. It's just dwarves. It's just dwarves. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, speaking of which, I need to write that down as a positive while we're here. Why are these dwarves attacking us? It's kind of strange. It's not very dwarven-like. Dwarven-like? Dwarven-like? They keep saying want to join them? I don't know what they're talking... Do you know what they're talking about? Which cult treats its members better? Twilight or Damned? Oh, easily Twilight. The Cult of the Damned is very open about the fact that you do not matter at all to the cult. But you know, the Twilight's Hammer... They're fairly egalitarian. That's not actually a joke. It's really weird when you think about it. Like, I've joked about this before, but really, it's no wonder the Twilight's Hammer has so many recruits across the entire world. Like, hey, you want to join the Old Gods? Do you care that I'm a human? No. Do you care that I'm poor? No. Let's do it! Oh shoot, I need to make sure my loot spec. Okay, we're still set to Frost. Cool. I mean, it really isn't a joke. They do not care. All they care about is that you are in service of dark gods who want to end all life everywhere. That's all. Well, that's not true. They aren't interested in killing. That's the thing. They don't want to kill you. They want to convert you into them. There's a reason why the artificial old god is an literal essence of manifested corruption. I gotta be one shy. Oh my god, I am. This quest. If I had to serve an old god, I'd pick Yasharash because he's dead! No, is that cheating? Fine. So I wouldn't go with N'Zoth. He's the schemer. That means that he doesn't give a damn about me. I wouldn't go with Cthulhu because he's actively a dick to most of his own followers. So that really only leaves Yogg. So, Yogg it is. All we know about Yasharash was that he was the biggest and the baddest. Not a lot to go off of there. Who do I think would win? Yasharash. Or N'Zoth. One of those two. It's either going to be the clever one, or it's going to be the one who is actually the strongest. So, hey, you've been having some weird issues with your dwarves.
Hi?
Construction on this place is a never-ending task. Hope you're here to get us what we need.
Watch your back.
The ore gave you a strange feeling. Maybe we won't use that stuff after all. He looks at the stuff, takes a step back, and changes the subject. These gems look nice. Wonder what I could get for them. Of course, there's repairs, no stuff to make. You know what? I found working with you to be profitable. Here, take some money.
Off with you.
Look, I hate to say it, pal, but while you were out, the captain took a keener interest in the place. Looks like he wants me old Explorers League boss dead. And my guess would be we're gearing up for an offensive to clear out the rest of them, and the captain wants the head lopped off. Do me a favor, go in there and kill him. Okay.
Watch your back.
I mean, N'Zoth, if you hear about an old god plot, there's like a 90% chance you're hearing about a N'Zoth plot. He's behind everything they do.
Great to meet you.
Oh, I'm indebted to you. At least with the most of the mules and equipment recovered, we can hope to rebuild our numbers.
Watch your back.
Yeah, what's with all these dwarves going insane in this cavern? It's weird. No, well. I was kind of hoping for more whispers while we were down here, to be honest with you, but it seems they're happening very infrequently now, so that sucks. There we go. What? Oh, that was weird. It'll be over soon. You must embrace that which must not be named. Oh yeah? Abomination limbs. Pop that. Pop this. Pop this. Pop this. Start getting some heal going. It's because I'm undead. Gosh darn it. I'm slapping him with purpose, J. Palmer. Hey, I killed your boss.
Great to meet you.
The captain will be pleased to hear of your success. You know, since you've been such a good sport, why don't you take care of one of these? Oh, thanks.
Safe travels.
Weird, though. There's just a whole bunch of dwarves down there who are all gibbering madly, and there's this weird dark whispering. They kept mining this weird ore. So, canonically speaking, this is actually the very first showcasing of Serenite in the entire game. Something that we will absolutely be seeing more of later. And remember, we already have at this point. Because we've already done the Zoldrak stuff. We also saw it back in Dragonblight. So it's Dragonblight, Howling Fjord, and Zoldrak. We still don't know what Serenite is, though. You know, everyone who played this game back in the day. What's a Serenite? Why would I read quests? That's for losers! Okay, so we need stone collars. Sorry, I shouldn't make fun of losers. No, I'm good. We're good. I'm almost positive in quests they really talk about Serenite over in the Icecrown Citadel quests, but like considering that the story very clearly goes to Ulduar first, you'd think it would be Ulduar, right? Somewhere in the Storm Peaks. But real talk, I'm not sure which one happens first. Because WoW does that, right? Where, like, the quests, story-wise, happen not in the order of what the leveling experience is. It's one of the reasons we've been bouncing around so much in Wrath. You notice we're back in the Howling Fjord again. Don't worry, this is the last time, I swear. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these iron dwarves here. But I do remember there being a quest in Icecrown Citadel. Wrong. In the Icecrown Zone, excuse me. That specifically talks about what Serenite is and actually is like, oh, hey, here's what it is and what it does and how it operates. And it's like, oh. Oh, that's what we've been seeing this whole time. And yeah, I've always loved that. So I don't want to spoil too much, but you see those ruined giants there? Yeah, they're walking north. If you're paying attention, we actually saw that the zone just north of here, which was Grizzly Hills. So we've already seen how much of a trip those guys are making. I mean, they're stone giants. They're fine. They don't need food. I like this Ulduar music, too. I feel like this is also something that got backported. I don't think they ever bring it up in lore, right, in 36. There's, every now and again, they acknowledge that we're the PC, and, like, there's an explanation for it, and that's cool. Every now and again, there's not. That's less cool. Like, for example, I know I'm not supposed to talk about the Forbidden Expansion, but how many of you here can tell me why exactly we're the Maw Walker? Why we're the one unique person who can actually traverse in and out of the Maw at will? Because last I checked, they never explained that one. Like, they even made a big deal about it in Universe. Oh my god, you can do this. Holy cramoly. Now, by contrast, sometimes they actually do explain it away in lore. I'm trying not to give examples because that's getting a little spoilery, but, you know, we've seen instances of that. But I'm not sure there's a reason for the Serenite thing specifically other than we're the PC. I always had the feeling that it was supposed to be something about us connecting to the first ones. But considering they completely abandoned the entire arc of that, like a hot potato, who knows? Yep, okay. I love runic blades, by the way. Check it out. Check out my blades. I call this one stabby and this one slicey. Yep, we're connected to the first ones. Don't think about it too much. No, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Come on. What am I in combat with? Here we go. What are the first ones supposed to be enemies? Let's just leave that be. Let's just let that particular plot thread die. And it's gone. Okay, there we go. Cool. We're done. Hey, I got your book.
What can I do for ya? See you soon.
Oh, so much here. I'm gonna need some time to study it. And hope to make, if we're to hope to understand these runes, we'll need to try to make our own.
Off with you.
I've got to say it to picks, hammers, and chisels, but they won't work for carving rooms. But the tools used by the iron dwarves are imbued with magic during their foraging. When they're used to carve the runes, the symbols form more than just mere words. These runes have the power to bind, compel, and twist. My accent's drifting. What the hell? Ah. I believe I know how it works, but without a set of tools, I can't be certain. Look for kits resembling mine. Okay.
Safe travels.
I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. There is a value, as a writer, in knowing when to throw in the towel. I don't say that to be unkind. I mean that as legitimate advice. Every now and again, you need to acknowledge that, yeah, that's not working. And just walk away from certain things. Either write it out entirely, or just ignore it. Even if you do someday want to come back to it, you can do that someday. You know? Yeah, I was just about to bring up Modan, who is not canon, who has been thoroughly abandoned, as he should be. Really? Really? You... Exactly, Volcarin. Glad you're with me on this one. Yeah, no, Modan is truly retconned. He is gone.
You got my attention.
To get the tools.
Watch your back.
Oh, I'm gonna try this out. If we're to understand the Iron Dwarves' Maltos and defeat them, I need to know what the runes are doing.
See you soon.
Oh, can you feel the power emanating from the runes I carved on this tablet? They're smaller versions of the runes they're using. We'll use it to shut down their operation. So, I'm going to need carve the runes they use to control the giant. I'm omitting the runes for north and west, because I'm not sure how they impact the giant. I'm also including a rune to limit how long you can control it. There we go. Rune of command. Hopefully. Not as vicious as its iron dwarven cousin, but it's functional. Well, let's go test this thing out. I swear to God, if they bring Modan in, I'm giving that a negative on the spot. On the spot. In fact, I'm giving it 3. You can quote me on that. If they ever bring his ass in, 3 negatives. Boom. Done. No question. Oh no, I'm going to explain this to you now, Valerian. Now you are going to be cursed with knowledge. So you see, there's a character named Modan. He is a quarter Draenei, quarter orc, half human, also technically part demon and part magic, or shaman, mage, priest, warlock. I think I'm missing something in there, actually. I can probably stop. Like, I've probably explained enough about Modan. He's also... So he's the son... I'm not making this up. He's, He's... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's the son of Medivh. Or... Yeah, Medivh and Garona. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. And, like, he single-handedly defeated Cthulhu. And nearly defeated Cho'Gall. And it's just, he doesn't exist.
Hi.
You have done well in defeating Binder Emeritus, but the Iron Dwarves won't give up easily. We've made a lot of progress in understanding how they manipulate the runes. Maybe next time we encounter them, our knowledge will give us an advantage.
Safe travels.
So, we're actually done with Howling Fjord. But this quest chain starts all the way down here. There's a bunch of Iron Dwarves. They are carving runes into giants. And those are runes of command. And they say to go north, west, and command. Those are the runes they're carving into them, okay? So... you'll notice, when we go one zone north, there's a bunch of rune giants. They're hostile now. Runed giants. And they are, of course, still going north and west, as they were commanded to. There's a whole procession of them. Getting footage for this zone was a huge pain because of those jackasses. Yeah, no, Modan, I've used him as a textbook example of what a Marisu really is for years. He's awful. Screw him. So now we get here, and we see there's a whole bunch of runic battle golems and iron dwarves fighting... Are those dwarves made of stone? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Can we stop having dwarves made of everything, please? So I guess there's stone dwarves now. Have to see what their deal is, but for now, I'm here to kill these things, so... Oh, they're stoned dwarves. Now, that makes sense. That's the kind of lore that Valerian can get behind. Not me. I'm allergic. That'd kill me. They seem to be cool. Earth what, Mad Overlord? What are you talking about? Guys, I think Mad Overlord just had a stroke. Mad Overlord, are you okay? You okay? Quick, how many fingers am I holding up? I think he's gone. I think he's gone. We lost him. It's okay. We will remember you, Mad Overlord. That's the Overlord who was mad. I love Dead Blood Death, by the way. If you want to see, you should go voot! We're only up to 36 boots. Okay, I am joking a little bit. So this isn't actually our very first time seeing the Earthen. The very first time we saw the Earthen was all the way back in... Well, if I wanted to be a dick, I'd say I'm doing Morog. Well, I'm not a dick. First time we saw the Earthen was in Uldaman, back in Vanilla. So back in Vanilla, there's this dungeon called Uldaman. That would be awesome and horrible, Bregwin. You have now cursed me with that image. I want you to know that I hate you. Alright, so. Uldaman was like a big, no, well, kind of, Jim. Let me go through this. So, when these quests came out, this was the second time we'd ever seen Earthen. So, they were still relatively new. And a couple of players didn't even recognize them. Because, again, it was just Uldaman, right? And, like, a couple of other small quests here and there. So, we got to the bottom of it. It was one of the first, like, dwarf, Bronzebeard quest chains, and trying to figure out the secrets of the world. It was a series of quest chains they added in Vanilla, BC, and Wrath that were all pretty much just there for players who actually gave a damn about the lore, aka me. And there were a few of those. Now, the Uldaman chain eventually went to the gates of what is now Uldum, and then stopped dead because screw you. Don't worry, that would be continued years later in Cataclysm. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the discs of Norganon. Which, funnily enough, were actually lying. But we'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, there's the discs of Norganon. And it's like, oh my god, there's these discs. And we found out that the dwarves actually were originally built by the Titans, but they were built of another species. It was called the Earthen. There was something they called a matrix destabilization, which we now know to be the Curse of Flesh. So we knew all the way back in vanilla that the dwarves started off as something else, which they called Earthen. So we do actually know what the Earthen are. We also know that the Trogs also come from Earthen. That was also something they dropped back in vanilla. The battered, mud-stained journal has seen better days. Leafing through the pages, you discover dozens of notes, diagrams, and maps. The author's handwriting seems vaguely familiar, but you're unable to place it until you discover an entry by Braun Bronzebeard. The back of the book, containing the most recent entries, has been torn away. Pages litter the battlefield, and it'll be impossible to know what Braun discovered until the book is whole again. Yeah, no, the Discs of Norgadon were some of the only, like, concentrated lore that vanilla had. Vanilla had stories and arcs and characters here and there, but that was just truly, here's the history of the world, ka-chunk. So that was candy, especially given how rare it was back then. Damn it, hang on. Ugh. One moment, please. Grab all these things, which I got the quest earlier. Yeah, no, it was considered a hell of a reveal. Now, what's interesting is if you're paying any kind of attention, thank you, Magister, for plugging the Warcraft series, you may or may not remember that I've told a couple of stories about Uldaman back in the day. See, I was one of those weirdos who I would plug to several of my friends who were playing the game, or guildies. It was like, hey, you know, Uldaman is cool. And I would always talk it up a little bit as a dungeon. And so people are like, I really want to do Uldaman. The reason I knew Uldaman inside and out, the reason I could navigate that labyrinthine place with no map, was because I did it over and over and over for tons and tons of people. And yeah, as you might imagine, as several of you in chat can attest to, a lot of people got invested in some of the lore because of the quest chain that went through that dungeon. The Earthen Warrior's stone surface is covered with cracks and gouges. Although it's incapable of bleeding, you can sense the warrior's nearing death. God, that's right. It's been 3 years now since I did Warcraft. Man. Find Korun. I must find Korun. It looks at you helplessly as if you have any clue who that is. Our leader. On the hill, please. Actually, I should voice him as an earthen, which means I should speak in a relatively monotone tone of voice. Actually, joking aside, I find myself rather enjoying the way that they voice the earthen. It's a good comparison point, especially since they often have earthen talking right next to dwarves, so you have someone speaking in a measured tone of voice with a steady and deliberate pacing to how they speak. Immediately next to someone who talks a little bit more like this, talking about how they get to go out there and make sure to get their niggers in a witch. It's very strange, interesting, because then you go right back to the earthen who are still talking like this. It's great. I love it. It's all voice acted, too. So, you know, that's always nice. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure War Within is the first time the earthen were voice acted. So that's why I'm kind of defaulting to that now for their voice. Because, first of all, it makes sense. But second of all, because that's what we have to go off of.
What's on your
Conversation initiated. Sounds like we maybe calming down things a bit. We'll look for entrances of the Iron Dwarf's tunnel systems.
See you soon.
The first place we'll search for entrances will be under the outlying buildings. As I left the site with me men, it looked like the Iron Dwarf defenders were taking refuge in there. Be careful as you explore them.
Watch your back.
How are you?
What's that you got there?
Off with you.
Oh, you found Braun's journal. Incredible. The League hasn't gotten a report from him in some time. Yeah, by the way, Braun was also a fascinating character because he was in Uldaman, obviously. And then, like, nothing else. Like, we kept finding hints of him. You remember that? Like, there was that quest chain back in Vanilla, which was, like, bits and pieces of his journal and stuff. And then we got hints of that in some of the stuff they backported into it. And then, like, here, we still haven't seen him, but we're finally starting to see, scraps of him. Spoilers, we will finally really interact with Braun when we get further up north. And yeah, Braun was, like, the guy, the lore guy in Warcraft lore. In universe, I should say. So a lot of the revelations of how the world works came back to him. Like, for example, from the modern perspective, you think of the Titans as a commonly known thing. The reason you know that is because of Braun. Really think about Wrath of the Lich King for a second. What are the Titans? Like, really think of how little we knew about what the Titans were, or how they operated, or even the fact that they existed. A lot of players still didn't know the Titans even existed in Wrath. There's actually a lot more Titan lore in Wrath than there was in anything prior to it. Anyways.
Watch your back.
Braun's journal mentions he used a runic keystone to illuminate the important runes on the plate he discovered. Without the keystone, the plate's contents would be a little better than gibberish. At the end of his lost entry, he describes the Iron Dwarf defender seizing the keystone from him and shattering it. We must hunt down these fragments.
Be good.
Let's go do it. It's just weird to think about, because now the Titans are just, commonplace. Everyone knows about the Titans. But, like, they were such a rare thing in the lore of the setting, in universe and out, for its first 3 expansions, counting Vanilla. See you around, J. Palmer. Yep. That's why we're doing it in this order, Claude. You notice I went back to the Howling Fjord and then forward to Grizzly. You can probably guess where we're going next. Pandaria was a hell of a reveal about the Titans. Yep, we're following those stone joints, exactly. Yes, that one. Give me those charges. Give me those sweet, sweet charges. Wait, what? Okay. This is a Death Knight. You can tell because I have tons and tons of pets. Yes, the discs of Norganon, spoilers, are mostly lies. There's actually another thing which is also mostly lies. Wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Ignore me. I got that flipped. The discs of Norganon are the truth. The other things are the lies. God, I'm an idiot. Get thrown here. I blame you, Mad Overlord. I don't know why. I'm one of those streamers, you know. I blame other people for my own flaws. What is the name of that? I can't even think of the name of the damn thing now. Wrath, Halls of Stone. Tribunal of the Ages. This thing. That's... Ignore him. The Tribunal of the Ages is like almost entirely lies. That's the stuff that Loken has screwed with. Yeah, by the way, I actually have a current quest right now to see another layer of what's going on with the Titans and War Within. I look forward to seeing it, but finishing those weeklies is kind of irritating, so I haven't really done it yet. I also haven't really got time. Yes, the Discs of Norganon, back in Vanilla, revealed the connection between the dwarves and the trogs. So we knew all the way back then that the trogs were the truest dwarves of all. It is pretty fascinating, I agree. It also shows how many ideas they had early on. Obviously, all of this wasn't planned out back then. That's not how game development works. But you could tell how they had ideas. It's a lot of how Metzen tends to write in general. And he'll be like, you know what? This is a cool idea. And he'll jot some stuff down for him. And later on, he'll follow through on it. StarCraft is a good example of that, actually, with the hybrids. Not to spoil StarCraft, but you get it. Find what you need? Yeah. Awesome. Need 2 more. Actually, yeah, Lord Haramont. That's a good way to put that, interestingly enough. The dwarves are like, oh, sweet! We're descended from Titan constructs! And the elves are like, ew, we used to be trolls? Ugh. I'm going to pretend that's not a true statement. They fight bravely, but he is right. We will not overcome the iron dwarves of Thor Modan without help. My giants in the earthen have long struggled against the iron's evil, but our forces are not numerous enough to win us the battle for Thor Modan. Will you aid us? You're damn right I will. Let's do this. Beneath us is iron's ancient bastion, Thor Modan. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands... Okay, I get it. A couple of years ago, the stone giants tore the land asunder, collapsing part of the city and exposing much of the rest. Even now, the iron dwarves attempt to reclaim their old capital, but we will not permit it. My giants fill the trench with boulders and debris, hoping to seal it off and kill the servants of iron as they work. Take up the boulders and help us, but you want me to throw boulders in? You want me? Oh my god, I'm a giant dwarf, which means I'm, like, almost human-sized. Look at that. Giant dwarf mode. All right. Let's do this. So, I don't remember off the top of my head how old the iron dwarves are, and I'm sure someone in the comment section is going to be like, they're 348.765 years old. But I don't remember. We do know they've been around for a bit. They've been around at least as long as Loken has been doing his thing. And that's been a while. Like, that's... War of the Ancients, I'm pretty sure. Die, monster. Bling! By the way, I've done this quest on a Tauren. Much more interesting. I actually agree with you, by the way. Even though it's just this one area, I love the Iron Dwarf aesthetic so much. I think... Even though we almost never see it. It's like this spot and then the spot south of here in Dun Argol, and that's kind of it. But Iron Dwarf architecture is really cool looking. Yeah, 10,000 years old. And we still threw the damn thing into the ocean. Or, I mean... I can check something while I'm doing this. It's kind of a low-intensity quest here. Yeah, like, the cold iron with the blue runes. It's just a great look. Look at that. And the best part is, it looks all Titan-y, and it kind of is. But at the same point, it's very much corrupted Titan, which just kind of really sells it, you know? The Titans themselves almost never use this kind of metallic, cold, empty husk sort of a thing. Instead, that's Titan stuff. Stone. Almost all of the truest Titan stuff is straight up rock. Think about it for a second. Obviously, we've got the giants themselves. Hell, look at Draenor. What did the one Titan do when he was over on Draenor, huh? I know he didn't do that directly, but he totally led to it happening, right? Oop. Let's see. So, yep, the Iron Dwarves were made by Loken. Blah, 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 blah. Looking for a timeline here. Yeah, big stone giant, exactly. And, of course, we've got, like, the rock giants. We've got the Keepers, which are made of stone. We've got the Watchers, which are made of stone. We've got most of the Titan Forge, which are predominantly made of stone. The Earthen are made of stone. The Mechanomes were an exception. Those are metal. Yeah, Uldor is a giant stone fortress, exactly. They have a very common aesthetic. And it probably isn't even really intended to be anything other than your basic visual storytelling, but I've always liked the fact that iron is always just a little bit distinct from stone. Okay, let's see here. So I'm trying to find a timeline on when Loken went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because that's going to tell us. Whoa! So I'm dead. That's going to tell us when it happened. Oh, that's a cool picture. Loken with a bunch of enslaving chains over Ulduar. Now that is an appropriate picture. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? I'll accept this res from Maverick. Just for no reason, really. It's just, oh god, there's dwarves everywhere. There's dwarves everywhere, oh god. I'll kill you. I'll kill all your dogs. Or, sorry. I will not kill dogs. Only people. Only people. I actually need to kill these, though, don't I? Yes, I do. Hang on. Let's pop this button and pop this button. Get some real heals going here. There we go. So, a fun thing that not a lot of players seem to know about Dancing Rudeblade weapon, it actually duplicates the effect of your weapon skills if you use it while it's up. So if you really need a heal, it's effectively a double heal. If you need to get a bunch of bones very quickly, it doubles the amount of bones you generate, etc., etc. It's a great ability. I recommend using it all the freaking time. But precisely. You know, like, in a specific way. Can you, like, buff me again so I could throw down more? Okay. Oh, I've still got a boulder. Still have a boulder. I've got this. Alright, you filthy dwarves. Take this! Okay, hang on. So, let's see. Loken had an affair with Sif and then went evil for the rest of the billion years. Here it is. 20,000 years ago. Loken's betrayal. That's what I was looking for. Idiot. Yeah, sorry, I kind of just gave it away. So he had an affair with his brother's wife and then accidentally killed her. That's it. That's the big thing that set off the whole domino of Loken screwing with like half the planet for 20,000 years. What a baby. That's pretty gross. We're going to have to move that now. Thanks for that, Bladeful. Hang on, let's move the Voot thing. Clearly, the only way to fix that. Like, dude, you screwed your brother's wife. Just own up into that. Just own up. There we go. There we go. Yeah. No, hang on. I'll put it like over here in the corner. Nobody's watching my chat window anyways. There we go. As quickly as we're able to fill the trench, the Iron Dwarves keep clearing it. Our assault from above will not take the city. You must aid them by fighting in the plaza below. The Sons of Iron have used their runes to enthrall many of my brothers and are using them to break the siege. I wish we didn't have to fight them, but we have no choice. I've imbued this shard, take it with you, and bless my brethren. I can do that. Yeah, no, he had a straight-up panic attack. Like, he's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What do I do? And he never stopped escalating. That's the thing. At no point in time did it ever occur to Loken to do anything other than to keep escalating. What a baby. So I look, bro, hey, listen, we need to have a chat, bro. What's up, bro? Alright, bro, listen. I've been banging your wife, bro. Oh my god, Maverick. See, now nobody can see the chat log, though. So, what, bro? You banged my wife, bro? Damn right I banged your wife, bro. She was great in bed, wasn't she, bro? Oh, yeah, bro. Totally great, bro. But I'm sorry about that, bro. It's okay, bro. I'm glad you told me, bro. You're welcome, bro. And then they'll just kill each other like reasonable adults do. Like, come on. This is not hard. Actually, we haven't yet, Claude. And I was going to ask people what they thought about the Grizzly Hills music. Since this is the last time we'll be in the Grizzly Hills, we're actually pretty close to being done with it. We have this and one major hub left. Yura likes it, so that's obviously a negative right there, just right out of the gate. Valerian likes it. Remember, Larry needs puppies. For breakfast. Like, he leaves them overnight in a bunch of alcohol, and he goes, oh, I do agree Grizzly was kind of experimental by WoW standards. Which is funny, because FF14 does the same thing all the time nowadays. Like, they've got all kinds of genres of music. But WoW was mostly like your pretty samey, generic-y, fantasy, stringsy kind of a thing. Or doom and gloom thing until we got here. That's not a complaint, by the way. They're good at the stringsy thing and the doomy thing. Ooh, venison and brisket. And a drill. I think I could swing a music positive. Grizzly Hills. I was thinking about one for Zuldrak, and while I admit that I actually kind of like the music of Zuldrak, I'm not sure it really deserves a positive. Any thoughts on that? Like, I got here. I actually have a local song. It was one of my earliest experiments with the composite project, which like 3 of you in chat know about. And so one of my very first composites was somewhere on this playlist. Come on, come on. It's like right here. Hello? Oh, it's sorted weird. That's right. Hey, let's fix that. There we go. Hey. I skipped the second half of Silverbrook. Only the second. We actually already talked about that even. I'm not even alone in that. Vaguely vindicating, by the way, to hear that. Oh, thank God, it's not just me. I mean, it's still me, but, you know, it's not just me, right? Yeah, the problem is what you're listening to is essentially the Zuldrak song. The whole composite is only like 5 minutes long. By contrast, the Ice Crown one is closer to like 10 or 15 minutes, something like that. You have given our allies the strength to fight on, and for that you have my thanks. Even so, we must begin planning a way to end this battle before we are overrun. If we can't overcome the defenders inside Thor Modan, the Iron Dwarves can hold out forever. The Earthen are bravely taking out the constructs built by the Sons of Iron, but they cannot break into the city. Would you be willing to go kill the Commander? Commander. Oh, sorry. Wrong expansion. Sorry. Time to bring out the slappy arms. It's the slap chop, but like a little bit more violence than you usually implied from the slap chop. Anyways, I'll stop torturing for that. I can call that a wash. I can't call that a negative. It's too atmospheric to call it a negative, but I'll call it a wash. Well done. The loss of the Iron Dwarf commander should be enough to break the remaining defenders. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to turn the tide of battle. This ancient city has long been a battlefield between the forces of earth and stone. I can only hope we have silenced it for the last time. The Iron Dwarfs can still use their magic to capture and enslave my brothers. Gavrok is searching a way to free them. Go to the second quest hub and engage with him in that. But I'm already taken. No, I said engage with. Oh, my apologies. Yep, your chin is going to be salsa soon. That's gross.
Interest you on a pint?
Favorite Blood Death Knight ability. I don't think I have one. But if I had, like, if you put a gun to my head, if you put the slap chop up against my chin and said, I'm going to slap it, I'm going to slap it, I'm like, okay. Before you slap my chin up, I would probably put it on consumption. So I should talk about what consumption is. It's a big old cone attack. 30-second cooldown, costs nothing. In a class all about maintaining runes and runic power, it is free. And it generates 2 runes. So every 30 seconds you get 2 runes back. It strikes everything in front of you. It's a cone attack. Whoosh! It does a big old chunk of damage, heals you for 1.5 times the damage you dealt, and causes your blood plague to get better for 6 seconds. A lot of blood rolls around blood plague. That's a really great ability, and I love it. Bone Storm is its own thing. That consumes bone shields to create a bone storm around you. The end. That's it. It sucks. Anyways.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
This is incomplete, but it should allow us to get the most information from the plate.
Be good.
Oh, we've no time to lose. Now that we've reassembled the runic keystone, well, most of it, we can decipher the contents of the same runic plate that Bran was working on before he fled. We have no way of knowing if he managed to read the contents of all 3 plates, but we've got to assume he's got enough information to determine his next destination. So let's do it.
Watch your back. How are ya?
No entrances. None. Of course it wouldn't be that easy. Well, I suppose there's no avoiding a foray into the city proper. The boys will never get back to real work.
Off with you.
We began excavating the city. I sent Silverbrook Orlod to check the stability of the tunnels. I didn't see him escape when we were through, and I worry he may be still trapped inside. If we're going to get an army through there, we need to get information. Stoutmantle and his superiors would have our hides if the tunnels collapsed under one of those brigades.
Watch your back.
Yeah, that's one way to look at that. Listen, I slap chop people in the face, you slap chop people all around you. It's kind of a circle of life kind of a thing. Oh yeah, there's even a big stone giant there, just like in Ironforge. A little more metal than stone. I don't know why I said stone. This is a lot of enemies that I don't want to fight. We're going to just do this. Okay. This is a lot of enemies. Wow. This is a lot of enemies. Okay. This, first of all. Get this. We're going to get this. Try to get a heal first. There we go. Get another heal. Ugh. Okay. Get some bones going. Get them bones up there. Get those bones up. Get some blood out. Get some of this going. Get some of this going. Get a little bit more of this going. Get some more bones up. Hit a live cooldown. Start nuking their face off. By the way, I'm a tank who knows what he's doing now, because I remembered how to play this class. Y'all are dead. Well, please, we just wanted to kill you. Yeah, I know. But you're dead. Sorry, buddy. Hi, Zar. Don't worry, Zar's not dead. Yet. Give it a few minutes. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, blood's in a good place. So's unholy once you get up there. Don't know about Frost. Still need that second one-hander. A quick examination of the body reveals that the surveyor has been dead for some time. Looking through his pack, you stumble upon his handwritten notes. His notes indicate he brought a piece of equipment called a portable seismograph, but the device is nowhere to be seen. It shows that he had completed his readings at the Thor Modan tunnel, save for one labeled east of the exposed tunnel. He was trying to take refuge in the water, was attacked by the Threshers. Ugh, Threshers. It's always Threshers. Are you allowed to like living? Hey, chat, is that legal? Can we get a ruling on that? Wow, I've never gotten that one in first drop. That's crazy. Now, see, if I had the ability to play voice clips from the game, I'd have a Pendar and say, "Slow down. Life is to be savored." Alright, sorry, Czar. Judges have spoken. You know what that means. It's time for the slap chop. Guys, could you please stop making me kill you? Like, for real, just go away. You can't stop me. I'm a tank now. It's impossible. Greatest of the Maker's children, arise and claim your birthright. Okay, okay. Scooch over here. Shall return to the cradle of iron and stone. Okay, okay. Get over here. Just aggro everything while we're at it. Stun this guy. Return to Ulduar. What's an Ulduar? How do you pronounce it? Let's go over here. You know the guy who's in the floor. He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about him. I have a little more runic power, please. 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 Yeah, that guy, that's just his life now. I mean, he's made of iron. Like, he doesn't need to eat anything. He's just sitting down there like, what? Living his best life. Game. Oh, god damn it, it's right here. Pay attention more. Okay, let's get out of here. I haven't hit any song I would consider positive worthy yet. The only one that came close, of course, Sar. You're always awesome, dude. And you're usually welcome. Unless you bring out the slap chop. The Culling of Stratholme is the closest so far.
Here there.
By Madron's hammer, he discovered the whole new Titan city. What do you suppose that means? We have to follow him. We have to follow Bran. We have to go 2 zones north of here. Yeah, but I can't. I have to go south first. What? Why can't you just go to one of the best zones of the game yet? Well, because I lost a day due to me being an idiot. Oh, you suck. I know. I'm sorry.
Safe travels.
Is this
Watch your back.
Yep. With all the excitement about the army trying to move through Thor, Modan, I'd almost forgotten about Rhaegar's crew down at Prospector's Point. I sent Rhaegar and his assistants down with a mountaineer friend to establish a small post in Dun Argol. They were to investigate the Iron Dwarf presence, but I haven't received any reports yet. Could you go check on them? Sure. Sorry, past the quest MP. No, if there's a song in Wrath that's going to get a song positive, it's Ice Crown. Let's grab Wow. 2 talents about anti-magic shield down at the bottom of the tree. That's interesting. Let's go with blood draw. That sounds like fun. I know Kurun is glad for the help. The defeat of Thor Modan will be a great achievement for us, but will not free our brothers. Oh yeah, and Storm Peak. Sorry, I forgot the best song in the expansion. Even as Kurun attacks Thor Modan, the Iron Dwarves work their magics against our brothers. Summoning our brothers from the earth and binding them with runes, the Sons of Iron force them to wage war against the Children of Stone. Along the Eastwind shore, they use runes of compulsion to send them to the battlefields of the north. Find the 4 runes of compulsion, and force the overseers to appear by defeating each of the rune weavers who man each rune. That's a really weirdly structured sentence. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, I guess, Dragonfire. A little overplayed. Sup? Could you guys, like, all come here, please? Like, all of you. Just all y'all. Here, come here, come here. Please? Thank you. You too, come here, come here. Group huddle, come on, group huddle, group huddle. Alright, cool. Y'all dead. Unfortunately, it also might be lunch or dinner. If it is way too early. Holy crap. You dare defy the Sons of Iron. Yep, the slap chop hugs. Yes, it is, Yura. So, the little one has been out. And it is cold out. Relatively cold out. So, obviously, she's pretty cold. So, it's like, oh my gosh. So, I was warming her up. And she was like, yeah, I need to get warm. I was like, yeah, that way we can throw you in the oven. She says, no, you can't cook me. I need to live. Oh, okay. Well, since you've convinced me, it's such a convincing argument, really. Just gonna slap chop a few people here. Oh, the guy pops in. I'm already killing him. We're on a bit of a deadline, because that is, in fact, dinner. The best part is I didn't have lunch. It's okay. We've got one quest hub left to do. Why does this guy have so much health? Stop existing. So, Path of Exile 2. I didn't think that was out, honestly. Frickin' Giants. Oh, it came out today. Well, that would explain that, I suppose. Come here. Come here. I don't recommend going without food. Go, Loke. Have a good day at work. Be destroyed. Fine. Donuts. We'll go with donuts. That's a good standby. Exactly, Zara. Be around, Loke. Have a good day. Or else. I mean, of course it did. Games like that tend to be numbered streams. Like, I guarantee you when that new Fortnite Classic comes out, it's going to get tons and tons of viewers when it comes out. Which, by the way, can I just say how disgusting and awful that really is? Just really quick. That's it. I'm done. That's all I had to say was how disgusting and awful it was. Moving on. Like, on the one hand, game preservation's nice, but on the other hand, could you not, like, just have the best marketing tactic you can come up with is rehashing your old seasons in content you yourself got rid of because you got rid of it? Yeah, they're calling it like Season 1 or something like that. It's like, yeah, okay. Blizzard absolutely created a trend. Are you kidding me? Although I'm not sure if they were the first ones, because we've also got RuneScape Classic and EverQuest Classic. Both exist now. People have been asking for FF14 Classic. They're not getting it. Look, Path of Exile 2 is probably a better game than Diablo 4. Which isn't hard, because Rock, Paper, Scissors is better than Diablo 4. But, still gets what it deserves. Lore Classic. So, like, terrible mic quality, just sitting there in my work outfit, in a room filled with fans, talking randomly about whatever comes to the top of my head, off the top of my head. Good. Now we must act swiftly before the Sons of Iron realize the runes have been rendered harmless. While the runes of compulsion are dormant, there's a chance we can release the runed giants. I'll give you a piece of stone that has been part of me since my creation. If properly imbued, it can be used to free the giants. 2 ancient stone markers sit atop places of power. Along the path of iron. Okay. Intersections of ley lines. I actually know what those are. Yeah, lawnmowers outside. Gotta have the lawnmowers. That is part of the deal. Vroom, 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 vroom. I have long hair, a terrible job, and I'm literally dying. Okay, this time we'll do better. This time we will successfully die. And then no one will be able to stop us. Did you find the stones? I can detect the power you've imbued in the shard, and I hope it'll be enough to break the magic. The rock shard you imbued should be powerful enough. Here, take it with you and find earth giants. If it works, they'll return to our senses and stop obeying the Iron Dwarves, but if it fails, they'll attack you. You should kill them. You should kill them all and make them die screaming. I don't think that's actually what the quest text said, but it'd be funny if it was. I mean, all joking aside, I have quite a bit of a personal grudge against Diablo 4, so screw that game. I'm glad if anybody actually derives enjoyment from it, but screw that game. For me. And yeah, Path of Exile 2 is probably going to be pretty good. Path of Exile 1 is pretty solid for what it is. I will admit no personal interest in Path of Exile 1, because it's just not what I want out of a game. Oh, that hurts. Oh. Got a kink in my neck. What is going on with the music, like, starting and stopping here? You know, I don't actually know, Czar. I do know the Cookie Dude is here and giving money towards Xenogears, and nothing else for some strange reason. Nevertheless, thank you for the sub, Cookie Dude. There we go. I guess I'll murder this person. Sigh. You know what? You're literally not worth my time. Bye. I'm gonna get you. I'm coming to get you. I wonder how much money Path of Exile makes. Because usually when you have a game like that that's pretty cool, they monetize the hell out of it, and that's where they actually make their money from. Like Guild Wars 2 or Warframe. Oh, for God's sakes. There we go. Looks like Path of Exile made $28 million last year. Unfortunately, they don't list what from. Hey, Ross. I do hope they turn out good. I mean, if you like crunch and you like endlessly doing, you know, builds and that kind of late game metagame stuff, Path of Exile is your thing, you know. Go for it. So it's an uncertain thing. I wish it was not a matter of chance, but at least we're on the right path. Without your help, this wouldn't have even been possible. Should you learn more about the machinations of the Iron Dwarves and their plans, seek us out and we will hear you. Hey, that's a two-hander. I don't want a two-hander. I want a one-hander. Whatever. Cosmetics and inventory. That's interesting.
Talk to me.
You don't look like a research assistant, which is just as well. The Iron Dwarves look prepared for war. My research team hasn't returned. We could use some help around here.
Be good.
The Iron Dwarves are making no secret of the fact that they're preparing for war. With their giants, their golems, their lightning elementals, they have a technological advantage against the Westfall Brigade. If they don't find the passage north in time, the Irons could take them by surprise. We've got to tie them up here, and I've got just the way to do it. The Dun Argol is full of runesmiths churning out the war golems. They carry plans for specific pieces, so go assemble the parts.
Watch your back.
What can I do for you?
Rhaegar sent a team of prospectors to Dun... Oh, crap. I'm too dry. To search for artifacts and information about the history of the settlement. Rhaegar's team never expected Dun Argol to be this heavily populated. They're being held captive while the Iron Dwarves prepare for war. We haven't the men to charge in after them, and Rhaegar is too busy fantasizing about defeating the Irons to be of help. Falls to you. Any of the Irons or their servants could be carrying the keys to the cages holding our men.
Safe travels.
And yeah, me too, Claude. I'm glad they didn't just drop this. Here's our effectively our last Iron Dwarf settlement, so enjoy it while it's here. Let's see. We need this guy, I think. Listen, games are just so woke nowadays. I don't even understand. Like the other day, I saw a video game in which you wake up in a bed. Can you believe that? Wow, when I was a kid, it was all nothing but cold steel floor, like real men intended. Let's see, let's go with... Mean real god intent? No, real man. Now a man. Finally slept on the stone floor. Ignore all the back pain I'm in. That's just the manliness speaking through my spine. Sir, why are your spine speaking to you? It tells me all kinds of things, Billy. It tells me all kinds of things. I know secrets now. Did you know? Stop there.
You got my attention. Talk to me.
Thank goodness, I was worried they were going to press me into service in their war against the stone giants. It's not what the Iron Dwarves were probably going to do, but, you know. It's okay, they wouldn't kill you immediately. Like, they got other things to do. Damn right. Dumb babies. Taking antibiotics. Ah! Just man up. Take the disease right on the chin like a real man. Like a Roman. Really? Okay. You know, the best part is dinner tonight is delicious spaghetti. I can smell it. It smells so good. I could be eating spaghetti right now. Instead, I'm killing Iron Dwarves. God damn you, Iron Dwarves! You've kept me from my meal for the last time. So we're we're probably 3 or 4 days out, Ross. I know. It's just where we're at. Pay attention a little bit there. So this is going to be the last for Grizzly Hills, and after this is going to be Storm Peaks. We might finish Storm Peaks tomorrow. That's a question mark. It would be nice if we finish Storm Peaks tomorrow. But Storm Peaks is huge. So what I need to do is I need to actually get a good night's sleep so I can get starting on stream at the correct time and not lose an hour to literally being asleep. Thank you for not firing me for the fact that I was sleeping in for the last, week because of various sleep-related issues. So, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be Storm Peaks. Guaranteed, we're going to reach it. Storm Peaks is a pretty big zone. It's going to conclude in 2 dungeons, which we're going to race through. And then a raid, which we're going to race through. Where we're at with that. And then, hopefully, Monday will be Ice Crown. Ice Crown will probably be a 2-day stream. Ice Crown is gargantuan. One of the biggest zones of the entire game. It will also culminate in 3 raids. Excuse me. No. A dungeon, a raid, 3 dungeons, and then another raid. In that order. It also means we'll probably start Monday with the Wrathgate. So, Kata... Hang on, let me double check my notes. I got all this on the spreadsheet. Trust in the spreadsheet here. So it looks like... I mean, true enough, that was 1 sleep. Looks like we're starting... in Gilneas. We're going to make a brand new Worgen. And we're going to poke at Gilneas. Then we're going to make a Goblin. And we're going to poke at the Goblin starter zones. But then, to finally get to your point, we'll be starting in Durotar. We'll be doing 1 of the Kalimdor arcs. There are 2 major Kalimdor arcs. We'll be doing some of those on our Orc and some of those on our Tauren. Really? Mr. Floyd Bigoted? That's funny. I still need a blueprint. Hey, you. Give me your blueprint, please. I mean, Furbogs, Persian, it fits. I don't know how, but it does. But don't ask questions. Please. Please just drop the quest item. I know this is Wrath. I know you're allergic to actually dropping the quest item, but please just drop the quest item, please. 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 Oh my god, drop the quest item. Why? Why do you hate life? Why do you hate joy? Are you secretly Czar? Oh my god. They're still not dropping it. Who designed these quests? It was probably, God, I can't think of his freaking name. Afriabzi, or how do you say his stupid name? Jackass. It's killing time a lot. It's very Texan. Oh my god, they're still not dropping it. They're still not dropping it. Oh my god, why? I hate pasta. And also life. Because I am Texan. Ah! That's a lightning elemental. It's actually not an elemental at all. It's just a bunch of lightning energy that's been charged and given some very vague, low-tier directions. Okay, am I seriously out of frickin' iron dwarves to kill? Oh my god. Okay, we got some up here. I was just about to be mad. Like, shoot, just drop your crap, yo. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking much. Just drop your crap. Well, we don't have the crap. Why don't you have the crap? What does crap even mean? Just drop it. Just drop the crap. They did it. Oh my god, they did it. They dropped the crap. Holy crap. Okay. We did it. We accomplished one quest. All right. Go. Okay.
Well met.
Ah, they mentioned Worgen and the war against the stone giants. It is certain. So Rhaegar's instincts were right. We need to find a way to get in there and learn more about their plans.
Keep your feet on the ground.
If, as Prospector Veranda said, only certain irons are permitted to communicate with Worgen, it's probably a privilege the overseers have. We'll have to get in there and see what this is about, but it won't be easy. The first step is you need to get a uniform. You want me to get a uniform of an iron dwarf?
Good.
You want me to rip off his skin?
Interest ya in a pint? Off with you.
You got all of them. Brilliant! Can't wait to see the look on their faces when the golem's done.
Be good.
We've got the blueprints, but we can't do anything with them without the parts. We don't have access to a foundry, much less materials, but there's a whole load of parts in Dun Argol. Your job? Give them a new home. They're likely to be scattered around the buildings where the iron runesmiths are working. I wouldn't blame the irons for being cranky when you filch their handiwork. The more parts you can bring, the better we can make the golem.
Watch your back.
Okay, but like, you want me to rip off a dwarf? Like, because they don't have outfits, right? Like, iron dwarves don't have, like, clothing. If you look at them, right? I mean, they've got belts, I guess, but that's it. What exactly am I supposed to be? I guess they've got bracers, too. Is that it? Is the bracers what I'm going for? You want me to pry their bracers? Those bracers are made of metal, and they're on someone who's metal. You know what it's going to sound like when we rip those off? It's just... Have you ever scraped metal on other metal? It's going to be awful. Why do you want me to do this? Ugh. Yep, we're gonna galaxy quest our way out of this dock. That's what they want. We aim to please, I guess. Whatever. Let's just slap chop our way through here. Slap. God, blood is so fun. Sorry. Off topic, but the class I'm playing right now is awesome. I dare say this class might engage itself in some quite enjoyable proclivities. Oh. Well, I once spent like 40 minutes talking about how amazing Galaxy Quest is, so I approve completely. Galaxy Quest equals awesome. And only, like, insane people who are truly mad and just devoid of joy would ever not like Galaxy Quest. Although I don't think Ross ever gave a reason for not liking Galaxy Quest, other than the fact that Tim Allen's in it. Unless that's the reason, in which case... Now you got me thinking, is there a movie out there that I don't like solely because of the main actor? The lead actor, I should say. Oh, one respawned behind me. I'll go grab that. Two respawned behind me. Oh. Three parts. Oh, no, damn. No parts spawned behind me. I don't blame them. I wouldn't spawn if I was them either. I'm not much of a quester, or much of a streamer, or much of a donkey. So I'm just gonna leave. I know, right, Yura? He's kind of a dick. Like, how many story arcs... Like, he follows the Scrooge McDuck thing. Where a lot of the story arcs are, I'm a dick! Wait. No, I'm not! And that's the episode, right? Come on, dude. Character development. Look into it.
How are you?
I see about the other one piece. Do you have the parts?
Off with you.
Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought. These things don't have any serial numbers or anything, do they? Never know them all around when you need one.
Watch your back.
We're almost out there, but the Warcraft won't run without power cells. So I need you to go kill those stupid goddamn...
Be good.
the guys I've killed like 3 times by now I have to go kill.
Great to meet you.
This should do. I don't have time to sew on a little patch with marrow frost embroidered on it or anything, but look, anyone looking closely at you should be convinced you're an overseer by the time we're done with you.
See you soon.
Now that we got the uniform, we've got enough information to complete your camouflage. We brought this camera to document the team's finds, but I have a different use in mind. I want you to take it with you to Dun Argol and use it to capture the images of the Iron Dwarves. Of course, your models aren't going to be a cooperative lot, so you have to kill them first.
Safe travel.
You want me to... Okay. Let's hope some of their corpses are still there, because I just killed a bunch of people. Whoop, whoop, yeah, wall. Hello? Oh, I didn't kill anybody in here, my bad. Well, okay, let's kill everyone in here. Hey, everyone. Group hug. Come here. That's it. Join up. Join us in the great convalescence. Come on, step 3. Yeah. By the way, these quests suck. This is the 3rd time I've had to go to the settlement to gather what is effectively the same stuff. The first step was, go kill the dwarves to free people. The second step was, go kill the dwarves to get parts. And the third step is, go kill dwarves to take their pictures. It's killing the same enemies in the same areas at the same time. Like, just 3 times in a row, this quest chain gets its own negative. This is ridiculous. No, of course not. Also, don't we, like, have first-person mode? Like, here's first-person mode right here. Here we go. Woo! Woo! First-person mode. Whoosh. Yeah. Whoosh. Alright, time to kill this guy again. I'm gonna kill you. Yep. You're gonna die. In first person. Down to 5. Oh. So that kind of thing is entirely on the client side, so that wouldn't be too bad. Still, that does sound like a decent amount of development time devoted towards something that no one in the entire world would ever want for any circumstances, obviously. So, I am 100% in favor of it. Up with the niche. It was really hard to play like this, actually. We're gonna do our best. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. This is really disorienting, because you know me, I usually stay as zoomed out as possible. See, there's this thing called peripheral vision. This is actually not a joke. I shouldn't joke about that. In real life, first-person mode is actually less peripheral than you get in real life. So, there's a logic behind the idea of implementing some kind of third-person camera in order to enable the player to have better situational awareness. Because, like, you feel like you got the blinders on when you're like this, right? Is it here? Is this the guy? Hello? Hello? Is there anyone here to kill? No? Okay, hang on. No, I got dismounted. Run! Run! Huh. Okay, we're okay. This is death. I blame you, Yura. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's like it's over half a click away. Yeah, I'm never zooming in again. Ever. Ever. So, as I was saying, there's There's a real concept behind camera design in gaming to try and allow the player to have a bit of peripheral. It's not real peripheral, but you get the idea. We see the character down there, and so we kind of emulate a little bit of peripheral by having the camera back out here. And so most people, we kind of equate that immediately, and it's why a lot of people will naturally and innately zoom the camera out whenever given a choice, whether they're driving a car or flying in like a flight sim or running around as a person. It's because they're trying to take in the extra data that is kind of being simulated as if they were having peripheral vision. Because again, most people, if you take away their peripheral, it's just like, physically do this for a second and you'll see what I mean instantly. The difference is shocking. And it's just kind of this immediate, oh crap, I'm not sure what's going on around me kind of a feeling, right? That being said, I know quite a few people who prefer first-person mode, including me, I might add. I play Elder Scrolls games universally in first-person mode. But that's because I can get away with that in those games. Like, peripheral barely matters in those games, so it doesn't really bother me, right? By contrast, games like these, I'm way out here. I want to see everything. But in games like these, I want to have as much vision as possible, especially given the kind of boss fights that exist in WoW. Sup? I'm here to kill you. Nothing personal. Die. I'd be witty, but, like, I've got spaghetti waiting for me, man, you know? You know what that's like, having spaghetti waiting for you? Do you understand what spaghetti is? You don't know what spaghetti is, do you? Oh my god, really? Really with this? Wait, how do you lose a war? By putting on the blinders. Never mind. Now that I said it out loud, it makes sense. Spaghetti is good. Yeah, real talk, I wish I could zoom the camera out a bit further than this. Maybe not too much further, but definitely further. But I'll live with it.
Hello!
To get those snapshots.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Oh, good they should do. Not to create a kid to pass you off as a convincing iron dwarf.
Be good.
Using the images you captured, I've created everything you need for your overseer disguise kit. You'll make a fine iron dwarf if I do say so myself. Take the kit with you, disguise yourself. This is now the 4th time you're going back to this stupid place, by the way.
See you soon. What's on your mind?
By the way, we've got another quest for you to go back for the 4th time. You'd think the guys making power cells would have thought to powder them up, but no. Gotta make it difficult. So now we kill the stupid lightning sentries. Oh my god. So we're actually have to go back here for a 5th time. This is not a joke. We're gonna have to. So if we do the quests as intended and as efficiently as we can, we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to go into this stupid place. That is not a joke. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. I am definitely an iron dwarf. Beep boop. You're late, Overseer. Destiny will not wait. Your craftsmen must increase their production of the war golems before the stone giant leader and his army reach Ulduar. Tell your runesmiths to continue converting what stone giants you can. Those that will not submit must be destroyed. If the stone giants interfere with our work at Ulduar, I will hold you and your thane responsible. Mortals must not be allowed to gain the aid of the giants. Return to your duties, Overseer. Be certain to impress upon your workers the urgency of their tasks. Sure thing, Loken. I seem to have a friend. See, he aggroed me as I was changing form. So, like, I'm friendly to him now, but he's still aggroed to me. So he's just kind of like... I like to think he's a fan. He's trying to get an autograph, you know? Yep, that's what we're going with here. He is not de-aggroing us. This is an interesting situation. Okay, I'm wrong. That was actually my pet. I must have misclicked the other quest item when I was clicking the first one. My bad. We're good. We're good. Just gonna say, what the hell? Alright, so let's bring him back. Hey, buddy. It's a shame. I like the other version better. Yep, we've got the cliff right over there in case we need it. Listen, Doring Fan, I just need you to face this cliff. Just face it. Face it. Now, this is going to hurt a lot, but only for a very short period of time. I sure hope not, Yura, because I do that all the time. I'm dead serious, by the way. So I do repositioning a lot in a fight because there's this concept called drifting. Now, I know you know what that is, Yura, but for those of you not aware, drifting is when the enemy mobs start to drift around you. They usually do it if there's more than, I think, 5 of them. It's a bit of movement tech that comes from their RTSs, so it's in Warcraft 3. And it actually goes all the way back to StarCraft, in fact. I don't know if it goes back to Warcraft 2. I haven't played that long enough to remember. Let's get... Let's grab that. So, when they're drifting, they tend to, like, crowd you, which not only actually makes it so that more of them are not in front of you, and keep in mind a lot of tanks attacks are cone attacks, but also, it tends to cause issues with repositioning when you're trying to make sure they're not hitting it back, or maybe they have certain types of moves. You want to make sure they're facing a certain direction, or whatever, right? There's a bunch of things like that. So I tend to do stuff like what I'm doing right now. I didn't even notice I was doing it until I just called attention to it this very second, where I'm just kind of slowly inching back, try and keep them in one nice line in front of me. Ow. Correct, Cloden. So if they start hitting you in the back, you can't parry, block, or dodge, I think. And if you sit, they auto-crit you. That's unrelated. I'm just mentioning it for the sake of completion. Wow, I have food that's at level that restores 7,000 health. I have 123,000 health. Yeah, you can see why it's essentially considered necessary to reposition semi-frequently. So I hope I don't piss you off too much, Hero. Because, again, I do that all the time. I try not to overdo it. There's a bit of muscle memory at that point. That's what I'm thinking, Blade Javal. It's also, there's this thing, and again, this comes straight from the RTSs, where the enemy, they don't actually care if they're stacked on each other. As weird as that probably sounds. What I mean by this, they have no collision. But they have this built-in thing where they're designed to not stack on top of each other. You've probably seen it before. Like, 5 things charge up at you, all group up in one spot, and then immediately start kind of fanning out around you like this. Because they have that little script designed to make it so they don't stack on each other. In StarCraft, in like Warcraft, that's there because you, the player, need them to not stack on each other so you can target them. It's literally a good thing. Because you need to be able to see what the hell you're doing. Yeah, I know people do it in FF14 as well. I am also quite familiar with constantly repositioning in FF14 to try and make sure that everyone's in the right spot. That should be it. Yep, we're good. Now, having said that, there's a difference between slight repositioning and what some tanks do, which is, alright, I'm going to tank over here, then over here, then over here, I'm going to tank over here, hang on, tank. No, I'm going to move over here, tank. I'm going to move over here, tank. That's just irritating.
Here there.
Finally, it's ready. You're ready for your 5th trip back, by the way?
Watch
I am not joking. Yeah, or spinning a boss. Oh my god, never spin a boss. That's true in FF14 and WoW. Odd.
Off with you.
Now that you've charged up your war golem, you're gonna activate all that energy and use it to good use. Use the golem inside Dun Argol to take control of it. Our information about his leader suggests that his bodyguard protects him from all harm. The bodyguard is a construct he travels with called the Anvil. Disable the construct and protection goes away.
Be good. Watch your
The
back.
large hall at the top of Dun Argol houses the power source for the entire area. If you can destroy the power core, it'll cripple Dun Argol for some time. No power, no golems, no sentries, no more lightning armaments. When we were sent up there, they told us these explosives were excavation, but thanks to Iron Thane Fury Hammer, the research has been scrapped. We may as well get some use out of them.
Be good.
How are you?
Could it be that Loken isn't really exaggerating? The Titan Stone and Iron Suns fighting each other for control of the ancient city of Ulduar. This is madness. It could destroy our only chance to learn the true history of dwarven kind.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Boots there. Kidding here. Oh, which one was that? I mean, some MMOs, if you move while fighting, like, the game will fight you on it. Including Asheron's Call. Asheron's Call was a weird case, though. Like, there's something called, oh, I don't remember what it was called. There's something called, that's what we're going to call it right now. Snap to, what? Wait, why are you attacking me? Why are you attacking me? Die. Hey. No, just die. Go away. Yank to? Grip to? God, I can't remember what it's called. It's when, like, you snap to. Maybe it was just called snap. Anyways, the point is, if you melee something in Asheron's Call, you have to target them, you have to be in melee range, and then the animation starts. So there's actually a toggle in Asheron's Call that allows you to snap to the enemy. What that means is, as they move, you keep snapping to them. It's like, if the enemy moves, you're following them, if that makes any kind of sense. I need it. Over this. Why not? Okay, hop out of the invincible war golem. And done. I don't think this is supposed to be that easy, and you know what? At this point, I don't really care. In AC, no. The adjuster. Oh my god. You're right, Rector's Beard. That never occurred to me either. I'm gonna kill you. Oh my god, I'm dead. Sorry. Unrelated, don't mind me. Just killing me. That would actually be really funny, Blair Duel. Although there was a lot of stuff like that. So, hang on. I just realized I kind of lied. Let me read this quest, and then I'll explain.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
I can't stand to see our explosives go to waste. And it'll set our enemies back for sure.
Be good.
It worked. I mean, it worked. Oh, this is incredible. Years from now, the Explorers League initiates will hear the story of how Rhaegar Breakbrow, Merrowfrost, and some hunk-of-junk golem defeated the Thane of Dun Argol.
Watch your back.
Quest complete. And that is the end of all of the lower zones. That's all of them now. All this, excuse me. All we have left is Ice Crown and Storm Peaks. But I promised you a story. Or rather, a discussion. So the way it worked in Asheron's Call was weird. Enemies would yank to you to attack you, or cast, if they were casters. If they cast, they would just cast. That's it. And now we're going to the Howling Fjord. No, now we're going back to the Borean Tundra. And so if you're fighting a melee, they're snapping to you. And if you're a melee fighting them, you are snapping to them. So you kind of do just kind of thunk. But the thing is, there's no lag bouncing. You just adhere to each other like two magnets. Unless they aggro someone else, because there was no true aggro in Asheron's Call. Not in the way we think of it nowadays. So, for example, let's say I'm fighting Asmiristar, and Asmiristar is fighting me, and we're like, pong, 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 pong. And then Riker's Beard shows up. And Asmiristar can be like, slowly turn to Riker's Beard, whoosh, and then off. And I'm still yanked, so I'm like, trying I'm basically getting dragged along as I'm meleeing. It was a thing. You had to get used to it. It was a whole thing. When Bone Shield is consumed, it shatters, doing shadow damage. This damage is tripled while in Death and Decay. That's actually going to change how I play that. So I wanted to give at least a little bit of a preview of what we're in for. The zone I've been looking forward to for literal months. This is the Storm Peaks. It's actually one of the first zones in the entire game. I think it's actually the third total to actually have a real skybox. Because if you remember, most skyboxes in WoW up to this point are mostly just like vague colors, right? There's not much there. But here we actually have, like, the storm in the distance slowly rotating around us there. Yeah, Nagrand had a skybox. Hellfire had a skybox. You could argue Netherstorm was, but I don't agree with that. And I think, actually, Zoldrak had one, too, now that I'm thinking about it. Find out in a second. Well, Zoldrak had this. I don't know if this really counts. So, yeah, no, I'm going to stick with it. Storm Peaks was the third zone to really use its skybox properly. How's that for phrasing? I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. We're going to do some mostly silly side quests first, because first we got to deal with some gobos. Got to deal with the gobos. But once we're done with the gobos, we're going to go up there. Right up there. And we're going to go over there. We're going to go over there. At some point, we're going to go all the way up there. I can't even ping it. It's so far away. That'll be tomorrow. Let's see tomorrow, guys.